Oh, je le connais depuis qu'il a 16 ans. Il est arrivé à Paris.
January 92, the house of Yves Saint Laurent celebrates its 30th anniversary with a film retrospective of Yves' life.
Il arrivait d'Oran. Il était à peu près aussi grand qu'il est maintenant et aussi maigre, 1m82, 62 kilos. Sa maman était là, qui l'accompagnait partout. Et nous avons instantanément reconnu ce chic qu'il a.
As images of Yves' youth flicker on the screen, behind it, Pierre Berger, president of the company, forcefully masterminds the proceedings. In the presence of Yves' close friend and muse, Catherine Deneuve.
C'est beaucoup plus loin, parce qu'il y a 3 rideaux encore. Là, il y a le cinéma, il y a ça pour le récital de Ricciarelli.
Ah oui, donc
ça va. Il y a 3.
And hovering uncertainly, in the background, the man they are celebrating, a legend.
Tellement joli.
Ask anyone to name the greatest dress designer of our age.
Yves Saint Laurent.
YSL. Yves Saint Laurent.
Yves Saint Laurent is kind of a national institution in France. It's like Catherine Deneuve and Gérard Depardieu and, you know, the memory of Charles de Gaulle.
Donc le départ est là. Vous avez ça, ça et ça. 1, 2, 3. 3 fois. Non, c'est rien, c'est pour ça. 2, 3. Suivez toujours la ligne du milieu.
The usually secretive house of Saint Laurent has allowed us unprecedented access to observe a rare public appearance, but on no account to disturb the anxious, sensitive designer, said to be often in a world of his own. Perhaps he's reflecting on 30 years of output of his own fashion house, which he himself calls the House of Love. And it's a long walk down memory lane, crammed with landmarks from the history of fashion, his visions of women. As mobile Mondrian. As Andy Warhol inspired pop art. Bridget Riley op art. He put women into menswear and got them banned from restaurants. Then with Le Smoking, promised them access to exclusive male domain. Playing gender bender games with his perennial Hello Sailor look. The late 60s saw Yves on safari. And in the 70s, on the hippie trail, which led him off on a global tour of ethnic influences.
The most exciting Yves Saint Laurent collection I ever saw was the collection which was inspired by the Ballet Russe in 1976. The richness, the layers of clothing, the colour, it was just a whole feeling about how people wanted to look, but done at the most refined level.
So strong, so original, and the workmanship was just unbelievable. I actually saw people crying.
They gasped in '88 at his great engorged embroidery. They ogled his unveiling of the female form, which he then draped in the pelts of wild animals.
Yves Saint Laurent est à la fois c'est le couturier, c'est le dernier témoin d'un monde d'hier. Il est la mémoire d'un monde qui n'a plus de mémoire.
If there were some ghastly tragedy and all of fashion, apart from Yves Saint Laurent, all of fashion created in the last 25 years were destroyed, we only had Yves Saint Laurent, future generations would understand what the stage that women's development, feminism, men, society generally were all, and culture as well, were all about.
I don't know if fashion is an art, but what I know is Yves Saint Laurent is an artist.
With art house prices, Van Gogh's irises relabeled YSL $100,000.
Yves Saint Laurent is far and away the towering genius of our generation.
He's God.
And just about as elusive. Public appearances are said to be torture. Muse, friend, and highly paid face of Yves Saint Laurent Cosmetics, Catherine Deneuve, seems as much as anything to be there to help him through the ordeal of adoration. Opportunities to interview Yves Saint Laurent, which are frequently promised, are proven problematical. When not surrounded by impenetrable wall of media, Saint Laurent tends to go to ground. But a profile needs to get close to its subject.
Yes, recently he's been rather recluse. It's hard, I think. Send him flowers and a nice little note. Maybe if you send him a really nice letter.
Parce qu'il nous demande, quand il vient, il nous demande de fleurir, de mettre uniquement des orchidées phalaenopsis dans tous ses vases. C'est un côté papillon, c'est tout à fait ce qu'il aime.
Bonjour madame, je viens chercher le bouquet de monsieur Saint Laurent.
Voici les fleurs, vous allez être juste à l'heure pour le voir peut-être. Hein?
Merci beaucoup.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Il est parti? Il est parti?
J'ai apporté des fleurs.
Oui, j'apporte, je veux lui remettre des fleurs, voilà.
Oh, merci.
Merci monsieur.
Au revoir.
Bonne journée. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
I'd keep trying. I'd stand outside his office like we used to and try to catch him as he goes home.
S'il vous plaît, monsieur. Oui. Pour rester dehors. Pardon. Vous n'avez pas aucune autorisation pour prendre.
I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try. He's so carefully guarded. He's so carefully guarded. I don't think that, certainly I don't think in English television, I mean, you know, they won't do it for the French, they won't do it for anybody out of all.
The facts then are these. Said to have been born with a nervous breakdown in Algeria. Young Yves, at the age of 3, wept when his aunt went out wearing a dress he didn't like, thus displaying early on excessive sensitivity and an eye for fashion. While other little boys played with tin soldiers, Yves busied himself with paper dolls. Ridiculed by schoolmates, the delicate child swore that one day he would be famous. At the age of 18, intimations of things to come. First prize at a sponsored Parisian fashion competition, beating the 19-year-old Karl Lagerfeld into second place, where some would say he has remained.